Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and welcome to an absolute nightmare of a first race out of rookies. We'll talk about the race soon, but I just wanted to ask you guys how you're enjoying this series and what style of videos you prefer. You've seen episode 1, which was a full commentary style, episode 2, which was live footage cut into highlights, and episode 3, which was live footage but the full race uninterrupted. This episode is going to be a mix with a full commentary at the start here to give some background and then transition into live footage for the rest of the race. Now, there's a link to a poll in the description and I'll use that to inform how I go about doing these videos in the future. So please fill out that form. It's just 2 multiple choice questions and I'll do my best to accommodate what most people prefer.
Oh my god, I've lost it on the pace lap.
So here we are with my first race out of rookies, my first D licensed class race in the Ferrari GT3 with my first rolling start, and of course I botch it on the formation lap.
Oh, I've damaged the car. Oh my god, it's damaged.
Shit! It's pulling to the left. So this ends up requiring a pit stop because I had damage, which I forget to set to not change tyres and refuel, so I'm in the pit lane for longer, and then I get a penalty for entering the pit lane badly for good measure. Now this isn't the only race in the video, but my god is it the worst race I've done on this game so far, and it's actually very reminiscent of my second race back in rookies. A bit of background first. I was wanting to get my C license before the end of the season, and I only had 1 week and basically 2 days of play time to do it. Since licenses are all about safety rating, I just needed to keep it clean, but with a few caveats. My safety rating was 2.63 after the first 4 rookie races. Now I needed it to be at 3 or higher at the end of the season to get my C license. If you get to a safety rating of 4, you automatically get promoted to the next license, but with the season ending anyway, all I needed was to get to 3. But every license also has an MPR, or a minimum participation requirement, which basically means a minimum number of races at that class in order to be promoted. I could keep doing rookie Mazda races and gain safety rating, even getting to a safety rating of 4, but I would never be promoted because I wouldn't have done any D-class races. You always have to do at least 4 races at the level of license that you're on, meaning I needed to choose an official series at the D license level and do 4 races before the season was over, driving cleanly enough to get my safety rating higher than 3. That was the goal. Pretty similar to what I did in rookies really, but this time I had the time constraints of the season ending within a few days.
Go, go, go! I think if nothing else, this is still showing that I'm still a noob and I have a lot to learn. I mean, I already knew that, but this is bringing it into full force. And like I said, I probably did better in the Mazda races than I should have done. Baby steps are needed, I think.
So I chose the Ferrari GT3 series, which was well populated, and on Road Atlanta, which is a track that I like but haven't raced on since probably Forza Motorsport 2, and I was much newer to the track and car than I was for the Mazda races. The first 2 hours of the stream really was me just choosing which car and series to do and running my first laps of the track with the car. Then I just jumped into a race with maybe 30 to 40 minutes of total driving time, and I would say that I had much more practice time in the MX-5s before my first rookie races. Now I actually set my best lap time that I'd ever done in the car as my qualifying lap for this race, but that was only good enough for 13th place as I was in the 3rd split of drivers out of 8 groups, so really I was outclassed. My iRating, which is the measure of skill and separate to the safety rating that governs licenses, was flattering me a little bit after my 3 rookie wins. It was also a pretty big step up from the Mazda to the Ferrari as well, and with less practice in the Ferrari than I had in the Mazda, when it should really have been the other way around, I did struggle. After the nightmare start, I was a lap down and I had to just do what I did in race 2 of rookies, driving cleanly for the remainder at the back of the pack to try to recover some safety rating. I did still gain SR by the end of it, but only by a small amount, and I was really thinking that it wasn't going to happen, to be honest. I just didn't feel comfortable at all.
Okay, we'll get him next time.
0.05 plus 0.05. Yeah, I'm not getting to D license, C license in these 4 races. To just don't qualify, start at the back and stay out of trouble for 15 minutes. That's not the way I like to do things. Shit. Why do I say things? I should be in the bottom split. The way that this is going. This time don't put it into the wall on the formation lap.
So yeah, I wasn't in a good place going into the next race really, especially after consistently binning it in practice and then again at the start of my qualifying lap, then managing to set a lap time on the second lap that was much slower than I'd managed before, setting me down the grid in what was also an easier split, this time the 5th group out of 9 groups total. I do tend to get too hard on myself as well, which doesn't help. I should realise that this was only my 5th race, and the leap from a Mazda MX-5 to a Ferrari GT3 is huge, and that there are going to be easier options to go with, given I'm quite literally straight out of rookies. But I do struggle to realise things like this at the time. So I'd pretty much lost all confidence at this point in my ability to drive the car quickly or even consistently and cleanly. It was a pretty low moment going into the race, although there was one moment early on that I think snapped me out of it. Enjoy.
Holy shit!
You got a toy car on the right. Car on the left.
First one.
You got a slow car on the left. Go right. You got a slow car on the left. You're in the top 10. Right side. Clear on the right.
a scumbag! He's an absolute scumbag!
You got it, slow car on the right. You got it, slow car on the right.
Leave me alone! Dickhead! Yes!
There's the flag. It's over.
The whole race
Good job. Very good job.
without any major incidents. I know I got the 2 little off tracks, but that's brought back a little bit of confidence that I can actually drive. Oh man, that near miss though, holy cow. I don't know how I didn't hit him. I don't know how I didn't get any like infractions for that. Thanks for the GGs in the chat. Hopefully that helps my safety rating more than the last race did. Plus 0.16, so that's an improvement. If I if I actually had that race again, I would be up to where I need to be. Okay, maybe it's not hopeless. At least that was a bit of a better race. It's given me a bit more of a confidence boost. Before this race, I was thinking maybe I'm not even going to be able to do this, and I should just not iRacing at all, but getting to C license before the end of the season. I've only got like another couple of days to do it, and only really one chance to actually get on the game and race. And I was thinking, maybe I've just bitten off more than I can chew, but if I can do that race again, I need to do 2 more races, 2 more D-license races. And if I can get that level of increase to safety rating, all I need to get is to 3. And then the end of the season, I'll get my C license.